feel destruction running hard through my veins, but I see redemption rushing my way. My victories are bittersweet, and now I can tell the only place my plans have led me is right where I fell. I'm overboard, too far from shore, cast away, trying to make it home.
Alright, it is 3:35. I am stopping for the day. I am beat. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I just stopped and filled up more water at the creek, and then I knew I was going to be camping just a few minutes up from the creek, but I just wanted to get that over with. I saw there's a tent, a couple hundred yards down that way, and a couple passed me, and they were looking for a campsite too. So I found this one and thought I better take it. I really don't want to walk too much further today, and I don't want to get in a situation where I'm getting busted out of campsites because people are there. So this looks like it'll do. Pretty scenic with the mountains. Sun's going to dip down below that mountain there, so I don't have a whole lot of direct daylight left. But I plan on making some dinner, setting up a tent, and chillaxing. Good morning. This is the beginning of day 2. Right here's my campsite. It's 8:15. Just got everything packed up. I'm heading up to past Dale Lake, Peak Lake. We'll see how I feel when I get to Peak Lake. I'll either camp on the east side of Peak Lake, or the original plan was to go on over Knapsack Col and into Titcomb Basin. Got a blister on my heel. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way, but I guess an alternative plan would be to camp on the east side of Peak Lake, and then still today just hike to the top of Knapsack Col, and then back down to the campsite at Peak Lake. But we'll see how I feel. I don't want to go on over to Titcomb Basin if I'm going to have blisters on my feet, because then I've definitely committed to another 25 or 30 miles back out, and I just am not sure that's what I want to do right now, but we'll see later on this afternoon. But the sun's not quite up over that peak there, but you can feel warm air coming from somewhere. So whenever I got up, it was pretty cold. I had my beanie on, my orange Arctic jacket, and a couple layers, and was comfortable in that, but it started warming up pretty quick. So I'm sure it's going to be another hot day in the middle of the day, and I'll check in a little later.
She don't wanna fly no more. Slow it down, slow it down. She wants a ring, she's slamming the door. A baby don't cry, what you in a hurry for? Slow it down, slow it down. We are wild and young.
All right, made it to Peak Lake. This is just, 100 yards from Dale Lake. I thought it was a little further. So just where I had lunch, I just came over this rise, and here it is. The trail's over there to the, kind of on the, I'm not sure how to show you, but on the, on that scree field. I talked to a guy this morning. He said it's pretty sketchy. He wasn't even sure if it was a trail, but he said it's just slow going. And And then once I get to the top of the lake, I'm going to hike up in there and find a campsite. Plan on hiking till about 3 or 3:30, and then find a campsite, and then figure out what I'm going to do tomorrow and the next day. But it's beautiful here. There's a trail down there that then goes out. I guess the way you're looking at this would be out the right side towards those other lakes. But I'm going to stay to the left and up towards Knapsack Col. It's just a beautiful day. No wind right here, and it's actually kind of a little bit warm. So it's 8:30, about 8:35. I left about 8 from camp, hiking up, about halfway up to Knapsack Col. It's not too bad. Oh, there's a little buddy right there, little mouse. See him? I've seen very little wildlife. But it's not too bad. Just bouldering. But so far everything's really manageable. Some snow, and I think it's going to be too long before it snows again here. Okay, Knapsack Col. There's ice. That's the cornice. They said it was melted off. I think you'd have to go right down over it. That drops down into Titcomb Basin. Some incredible mountains over there. It's 10, so it took me 2 hours to get up here. Actually, now that I got to this point, I realized I could have stayed a little lower to go over that ice. But I just didn't know. Oh man, I carried that beer all the way up here, and I do not have the stomach to drink it. I am just beat and don't really have much of an appetite. I think it's the altitude. So this is a little over 12,000 feet. It's just beautiful. So there's 2 people coming up behind me, and then that group of 4 that camped above me. I saw them coming up. I haven't seen anybody else coming up or going down. I imagine there's going to be a few people coming down that come from Titcomb Basin, but I'm not sure I can even get around there. I'm going to hike down to that snowfield there and see if I can see down around the corner.
Take me to the docks, there is a ship without a name there, and it is sailing to the middle of the sea. The water there is deeper than anything.
Alright, it's 1:20. Got dinner, finished with lunch, and got everything packed up and ready to start hiking back that way. So I just want to get to below that boulder field. I think it's Vista Pass. There's a grassy area. I may try to camp there. After that, I don't think there's a lot of clear campsites until you get down to that place I camped the first night, and I don't really want to camp in the same place twice. So I think Vista Pass, big grassy area, is what my goal is right now.
Money came like rain into your hands while you were waiting for that cold old promise to appear. People in the churches started singing about their heads. He said, my God is a good God and He cares. I will remember your face, 'cause I am still in love with that place. And when the stars are the only things we share, will you be there? I've got a plan, I've got an atlas in my hands. I'm gonna turn when I listen to the lessons that I've learned. I've got a plan, I've got an atlas in my hands. I'm gonna turn when I listen to the lessons that I've learned.
Alright, 7 a.m. I've been up about an hour getting everything packed up and salvaged. I took some pictures. I did not video last night. It was really, really windy. The tent held up well, and some really strong gusts. And then about midnight, the whole thing collapsed. And I felt a tree limb had fallen on the tent and collapsed it. And then I was laying in there and I was like, okay, well, I can get out, and this is dry and warm. And so I was laying there just making sure that everything was okay. And then the wind, I don't know what the speed was, I'm gonna have to find out, but it was just unbelievable. They started rolling, this tree that had fallen down started rolling up on me. So I had to grab all my clothes, put every single piece of clothing I had on, and get out and drag my sleeping bag out and pad, and I ended up sleeping behind a rock. But right back in there is where the tent was. I know you're not supposed to sleep near trees or under trees, and I definitely learned the lesson the hard way. But I camped, well, I guess I took a picture of me in the tent, but it was somewhere over there. But everything's snowy, and it looks like, I can't see which way the clouds are blowing, but I don't know if it's clearing up now. I think it might be, but my tube on my camelback is froze solid. My water bottle has ice in it, so I just need to get down to a little lower elevation. Hopefully when the sun comes up, things will start warming up. But I just want to get down. This is the other mistake, I never should have camped in a pass last night. I knew a hiker said there was going to be a cold front coming through, but I just didn't truly appreciate what that means in the mountains and the amount of wind. Like I said, it was, God, if I was going to guess, I'd say at least 70 mile an hour winds. And it took 2 trees down, going 2 different directions across my tent. So it was just not meant to be. And I have pictures of the trees. So anyway, heading on down. Wasn't such a great third night in the winds, but I definitely got some stories to tell that I can live to tell, and I experienced the the ferocity of the winds. Alright, just start hiking. This is the trail. All ice, snow. And I'm apparently the first set of footsteps on it this morning. So, we'll see how it goes.
Already cold, cold mind.
So this is where I stopped and got water the first day, right in these rocks. The trees come right down across them, and that's where I need to go to step across those rocks. I think once I get across, I'm going to stop and get a drink over there. But this is just amazing. I just came over another tree that was down, and they're all green trees like this. You can't really climb through the limbs. Pretty hard to do. So, let's see.
Hold your hand. And you are the mother of your baby child, the one to whom you gave life. And you have your choices, and these are what make man great, his ladder to the stars. But you are not alone in this, and you are not alone in this. As brothers we will stand and we'll hold your hand.